Hello guys, it's Calvin here again. Just trying to give you go on with whatever training I can do out there to try to make lives better. And like I say, always a book, always a book. It's very important that you take notes every day and what you did, what you didn't do, and check them off. I emphasize this very heavily. It worked many years ago for me. There was no internet. There was no, like, you couldn't go on YouTube and find a video. You couldn't go on, you couldn't do anything much like that. You had newspapers. I mean, there was fax machines later on. But, man, I was making up flyers. I was using one of those old Gestetners. You know, I'd go down and I'd get a plate. I'd make up a thing. I'd get a plastic plate burned in this old crank hand thing, whipping off flyers for the business, like we were fixing cars, doing body work, painting cars. But things have changed a lot. But this still works. This still works. You know, like make your list of what you're gonna do, what you do in your day. It's like a diary, and you might make numbers, put numbers down the page, and write down what you want to do and check them off. But anyway, there's very important things that I have come across in my life that helped me a lot, like dealing with people. Like, I had a big issue with dealing with people. Some kind of inferiority complex brought on by some school teacher in grade 1. But anyway, I didn't know how to deal with people. You know, I studied a lot of stuff. I mean, I studied hypnosis, and this was the best book that I ever found on it. It's How to Hypnotize Yourself and Others by Rachel Copeland. That's the best book. You can still find that online. It helps you deal with issues like for smoking, drinking. I mean, you can get rid of those things easily using hypnosis. But anyway, I come across this book, Confidence and Power in Dealing with People, by Les Giblin, written many years ago. I think it was back in the 50s or whatever, but it's still going today. You can still find it, but you can find it directly online. In fact, this How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People, Les Giblin, and it's a whole training from the book. It's all almost 4 hours, and I put that into use. I didn't know how to deal with people, and people are energy, people are power, people are a way of getting things done. Free energy. You know what? We feed ourselves. We look after ourselves. We pay our bills ourselves. We work. We do things. And it's government just says, you got to do this, and you do it. And if you ask somebody to do something, and you get friendly with them by just, you ask them questions, impress them, you know, by talking about, you know, nothing more than the weather, and just start chatting about something. Maybe they have a ring on that's interesting, or something, you know, you can ask. Yeah, that's neat, you know. You break the ice, and when you become interested in people, which we all should be, because we're all together on this world, and you become interested in people, you know, they think you're a very smart person if you're interested in them, you know. When I first found this book and I started to study it, and I thought, holy cow, you know, then I started to try to put some of it into practice, and it worked. And then it almost become like, wow, these people, you know, I ended up talking to people just constantly, and I still do it today, you know, because we're supposed to care about people. And so even in the stores, you know, the wife says, why are you talking to these people? You know, like, well, you know what? It makes my day. I never go in the self-checkout line. You don't get to talk to people there. I'd rather stand in the lineup if I got nothing really desperate to do, I mean, I'll go with her. She'll go through the checkout, the self-check, Everybody's in a rush. Why would I be in a rush if I'm rushing through? Unless it's necessity, I have to rush, well, I'll do it. But other than that, no. It's my life. Why don't I enjoy it? I should enjoy life a little bit. If life's just a chore, even myself, like I have not done this for really for this list for a lot of years. I used to do it many years ago, and as I said in my past video, I was looking to get ahead, to try to make things better for myself and for people around me, and so there was no internet. My friend lent me that Carleton Sheets, no down payment or no money down course, whatever, and you can still find that course if you want. It's very good. It helps you get into real estate with no money down. As I explained in one of my previous videos about how I helped my mother-in-law do it. It's just monopolizing, or you're talking to the owner of the property, and instead of discounting the property, I mean, at the time, properties were a little harder to move, and if you put something on the market that wasn't a bidding war, you have to, whoever came along, they'd make you an offer. Now it's all changed. It changed, but there's still ways to go around it. There's still ways to get the owner, even if it is an offer, get the owner to help you with the down payments. It can be done instead of there's so many ways. The mother-in-law, I just got the guy that had the property. I knew him, but actually the guy lent me the no down payment course. I says, well, in order to not have to discount your property to take an offer for a little lower, why don't you just put the downs in my name, transfer it to the mother-in-law as a gift, and she can make you little payments, and then you get your full price out of the thing in time. And even if she reneged on the deal, which she wouldn't do, you still got what you would have had to discount the thing for. So he did that, and she got in. She had no money. She was broke. She was in the hole. So her cards were all racked up, and she couldn't afford even the rent, hardly eat, whatever. She's a food bank, I guess. I don't know. But, or we were helping to try for what we could do. Anyway, it was, it's interesting, But like I say, there's some very important books that I've come across in my time, besides this one. That's the first book is the creator of this all. And this one, Richard Hittleman's Guide to Yoga, A Guide to Yoga Meditation. Now, this book, you can't find it anymore. If you find it, you're going to pay a fortune for it. I had lost this book, actually, years ago when I was studying it. It was, it wasn't the exercise that I was looking at. It was the fact that of how to look at life. As not to be blown around with it. Very good book. Can't find it anymore. I found this a year or so ago, and I ended up getting it. I don't know what I got it for. I think I got it for $40. But now you go look. You may find them online, but you're going to pay a lot more. Like it's out of print. It's been around a long time. I got this one. It's just like new. A barcode on it. It hardly a page has been opened. But I wanted a copy, so I just said to my friend, I want it, order it for me. So he did. And the hypnosis book, that's good, really good. And I've been interested in hypnosis since I was like 7 years old, grade 2. But anyway, I really, like I say, I keep saying, or suggesting, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. But this book will, a day log will work today, just as it worked for me 30 years, 40 years ago, whatever. Like I said, I was, I just couldn't work for other people because I didn't have these books. I didn't know, so I ended up working on my own, going for my own business, found a partner, still my friend. and we went into business, and it was good. It was all right, but I wasn't making enough money, so I put this list together, and I started just every day. I logged where I went, what I did, who I talked to, and then I started with no money down real estate. So I got into that, and I got rental properties, and I ended up, I thought it was 6, but it's 7 times I was in Florida. Just haul the trailer down there, sit on the beach. Sometimes I had the Bayliner, and we up and down the canals there fishing, or drift fishing on the ocean, or just but sitting on beaches got kind of tiring. I was a little young for this. I was pretty young, 30 years old, and you're in Florida all the time, and but it works, and it worked pretty fast. Just monopolizing, but I didn't like it. Me and the rental properties, it wasn't really my bag, but you know what? You do what you can to get ahead, and I probably should have picked something else to do. But at the time, hey, it's in your hands, you do it. Just like what's in your hands today. You do what you can with what you can. That's why I'm putting up these little videos, just to try to inspire people to do something. So anyway, that's my gig for today. I was out there plowing snow. We got a big snowstorm over the night. It started yesterday afternoon, and it went all night. We were buried, so we had our 2 plows out there pushing snow, and it's over now. It's melting fast anyway. So we'll catch you on the next video. If you do, I haven't monetized this channel. I'm putting it on YouTube, and I'll put it on Rumble at the same time. Subscribe, maybe hit the bell, like if you want to follow these. And open your mind to ideas. Put your book down, write your things down that interest you, or something like that, and you write it down. Like last night, I come up with an idea. My book wasn't there, and now I'm remembering the idea, and it's the fact that we have to have stream of income. Just working harder for your money is well, you don't quit your job right away, but you got to look at your job as you made an offer to work for that person for this much money. So you look at, when you're talking to people, you make offers. You're offering something. You're offering a service. You're offering a good word. And sometimes these people will do things for you. Sometimes, you come across things like that. By opening conversations with confidence and power, like I said, right there on the internet, I just typed in confidence and power in dealing with people, Les Giblin, and it come up. There's like 3 hours and 57 minutes and 20 seconds of training, and it's online. It's free. All we had back then is we'd have to have books, and I liked books, and I used to read books a lot. But now most of my reading is done online. But I do like having copies of things. When power goes out here, we don't know what's going to happen with this world. Who knows? But don't worry about it. If something really bad happens, like down south there, in California, there were all this, how buildings were mysteriously, sort of whole areas of cities were just burned out. Trees were all there, and then floods, and then was it Paradise, California, and Lahaina, no forests around. Lahaina is basically a volcanic island, but all the houses burned for some reason, and then all of a sudden a hurricane brought so much water inland that washed all people down sides of mountains and washed them out. But when that happens, well, they deal with it when it happens. But if a person is going to watch the news all the time and get themselves in a dither, get themselves upset, forget it. Forget it. It's good to be informed, but not inundated with the whole thing. Anyway, I must continue on with my day. I made my list, and checking it 3 times. Anyway, having a good day, guys.